Kotzky gesagt. Weil das Sul hat gesagt, that the Kotzky hat gesagt, that all of a chassid Esther, not a chassid, and I don't know what the koich is. A chassid that wissen, that the ganze koich and turns and tefillah came from his Rebbe. What's the Indian? The Indian is like this. This is what I wanted to discuss today. Yeah. The idea of, we started talking about yesterday, and yesterday was a little bit of a sluggish year, if I could say so myself. We were talking about the Indian of the Slavis, of davening, of person has to, it's a very good and important piece that we have to chazer over. The importance of his lahavas in your heart, and the importance of his lahavas to Torah and to mitzvahs and kedusha is a begin of libun. We have to burn out, you have to kasher your heart from chassid and the other things. What's the difference between taking a roast beef pot by mistake, putting in milk and making it tarfus that you need to have liveli, like libun kal or libun chama, whatever it is, but you have to torch that thing clean out. We put it into Closeness, right? The boiling hot water. Agolus came, depends on the chabiris of what happened. The heart is a kli. And if somebody is with top of the heart, you need libun. What is that libun? So the Heilig is warm. The Heilig Hashem already taught in the Islam, as you said last time from the Rosh Hashanah. This lahav is to burn in the heart and the moedik. Shema, you like that, right? That's beautiful. The heart kocht with some beshefer. You have to bring it to temperature. Well, you said yesterday, right? That you have to bring it to a temperature where the heart is on fire, that it kashers anything chashulik after, right? But a lot of times the problem is the heart is verstopped. You know what I mean? Mamela the pot, you know, the balabais wants to fry his egg, brings it to the mikveh, to the agol scalim, to the leaving cow. Oh, how are we supposed to be? We're too lazy to bring it. Sometimes it's too stuffed. It's too hard. We are the clean. We have to cash ourselves with the pot that has to walk to the libur. How are we supposed to be in the soil of our hearts? We started saying something yesterday from Nachum. The Heilige Nachum says, "As discusses already the sinning, just like a person has a chalila. Even if he doesn't have a temper, you give a person that has a koich roiges. All of a sudden, the second you get upset, somebody says something you don't like. It could have been the calmest, chilled moment. All of them 0 to 1,000,000. Why'd you shake it? You know how to get so angry, smoke coming out of all ears. You had this elder zach, can't say. Not to get angry, but the mitzvah says a person, it's shaykh for a person to come to slap. Shaykh for a person to come to slap. This boy, say that you need tricks, you got to warm up, you got to turn on the fire. But the mitzvah says it's different. By finding how a person could come to his slahavas. One of the yanim, which is very important, we already spoke about. And by the way, if I didn't say enough, because in the tikkun of Shavovim, how much tehillim is matar, about the tikkun clothes, but even just every perik of tehillim, and finishing tehillim, and mikveh, and all these things, and showing some tufis, but you have to chazer it over more and more and more, so many times to know that so many good things. But a very important nakuda is the nakuda of being dovik to a rebbe, dovik to a tzaddik, for real. Not just b'shitchis, not just that I'm a fan of, in this party, Rebbe A, and in that party, you know, you pick your Rebbes from all the dynasties, that there's many Rebbes. That's not what I mean, discussion tzadikim. Discussion tzadikim, you take, with all due respect, you know, but, you know, you don't take just a vach and you circle out, you know, this is in my campaign against them, you know, as I saw the politics over it. I didn't put one of my Rebbes inside. But I'm saying the Mitzvah says you don't go around discussions tzadikim from this team and Spink, I like the one over here, and Bubba, I like the one over there. That's not what discussions tzadikim means. Discussions tzadikim means that he is mekash himself to a Rebbe bemis. Whether it's your Rebbe that you come from, whether it's a Rebbe that you're nimshach to, and you listen to his Torah and you follow his eitzes. And the best thing is tzadikim of the tzaddik Yisai the Olam, the Heilige Baal Shem Tov, the Talmid of the tzaddikim Amiti, of the Chol Dor V'Dor, say the Spashto Moshe from Chol Dor V'Dor. But they have a Rebbe emes that you can talk to and you can be makabel from and you can be madama yourself that you what the Ben Yisrael talks about all the time. If the mamish see your Rebbe, well, even if Rebbe passed on the previous, you know, he's not here anymore. A person I never saw what the Nachman looks like, what the Baal Shem Tov looks like, what the Baal Tanya looks like. But I know what they look like. Why? Maybe I can't draw you his face. But I got it. You know, the Neshama based. The Neshama based. Ati dati kigod Hashem. The person knows the Mitzvah says, what would my Rebbe say now? What would this tzaddik say? And but I saw we have pictures. The Rebbe today. What the Shemai says, the Mikdash Rebbe say, what a person's makusha to. Yeah, a lot of times a person. This is the Indian of so importantly of the most yuknai that Yosef HaTzadik was saved by saying Yankim, is a person, as Matthias says, a person, he has to be Makasher himself in the koich of his Rebbe. Yeah? I one time heard, and for me it's the biggest chiddush, and I loved it. I thank Hashem, and I think the Tanoim would say the Lashon that you see sometimes in the Gemara Chazal, that they asked the child, Psukli Pasuk Zeh was Kedai just to hear this word. Yeah? I heard once from Rabbi Shemayr on one of the Yom Tov, I think Yom Tov was, and he said that what's the idea of what the halacha, the Gemara tells us, that a person has to be makabel pnei rabbi beregel. Yeah, person is chayav adam makabel pnei rabbi beregel. He said, what does it mean? It means that you come and you look at the picture, you see your Rebbe's face, yeah, makabel pnei rabbi, and then you learn it. People have OCD, they're not sure if the Rebbe is so good enough. The Rebbe, Lachel pnei rabbi, turn to the right a little bit, and go, oh, you enter the mitzvah, show your face good. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean? And what if a person, that his Rebbe is in America, or you're in Eretz Yisrael, or you're an American Rebbe is in Eretz Yisrael, another part of the world, so how you be Mekayim this halacha? The Rebbe was saying, what's the Indian? So I don't know if he said it for himself, or he said it for Friedrich Tzadikim. He comes to get from the Rebbe. He said the Indian of Chayiv Adam, the Kabbal's Panei Rabbi Beregel means a person has to be misboinen. What's the Panimius of my Rebbe? Makabel Panei Rabbi. You have to be makabel to Panimius of my Rebbe. What does my Rebbe stand for? What does my Rebbe say? What's my Rebbe? Wanted to be my Rebbe. What's my Rebbe? Who's my Rebbe? Yeah? That's what he said. To have to go to here. The Kabul Panei Rabbi, the Panimius have to be makabel. A chassid is makusha to tzaddik to Rebbe. Not that I send them a check in the mail once a month. Or a she even come once a month and I see his nose and I'm connected to the Rebbe. Rabbi Shemai said, what's the panimius of my Rebbe? What does my Rebbe mean to me? What does he give over? What does he want us? What does he want from me? What does he want from me? What's the panimius of my Rebbe? And then every Yom Tov, the Chazal tells us, the Shabbos, Chodesh, Zichar Yom Tov, you can't go by. Because a person can't go by to Kufa without making this boinus. Yeah, we said this a couple of shurim ago. The chassid has to make a cheshbon. What does it mean that I'm a chassid? The David Melech said that what when he say tefillah, right? When does he say tefillah lovely ki chassidani? What does it mean ki chassidani? He calls himself a chassid. He went with Master Zaken and a Bekisher. Mr. Yeah, that we know. Blue Bekisher, Chayzish. But Matthias says, what does it mean? Matthias says that we all know the Shmir, the Sans Ruv already said everyone has to say ki chassidani to Shmir of Yoina. But more than that, a person has to be misboinen. What does it mean that I'm a chassid? What does it mean that I'm shachs and Shavovim? What does it mean of Shaykh to Rebbe? What does the Rebbe do for me? What does it mean to me? What am I makabel from this Rebbe? What does this Rebbe do different to me that if I wouldn't be connected to this tzaddik, what would it mean to me? And that's such an important nekuda that you can't go by a sholosh regolim, anyone, without chapping and reprogramming what my avodas Hashem is. Well, a person has to be mamish be'emes Makusha to the Panimius of what his Neshama is here for, what his essence is here for, what he came down to this world to accomplish, his boininess. Being Makusha to Tzaddik Emes, usually what that means is it infuses you in the right direction, and the Torahs that the Tzaddik Emes give us are usually what we have to accomplish in this world. What we have to accomplish, it's because tzaddikim and mitim, they talk klolius. But in the klolius is also the pratius, right? They go into a big tzaddik that's giving a mimer, yeah? Until giving a mimer. Hundreds of people, thousands of people, maybe even all over the world, they get hooked up to listening to it, it's giving a mimer. But like the Baal Tanya already said, that mimer that the tzaddik is giving over, even though it's klolius, but there's a pratius in there for every single yid. Every single yid can hear toich the mimer, what the Rebbe is telling you. This also heard once from them. The Rebbe said once also by Shuddis. He said that the tzaddikim, when they talk, yeah, what is it? They're giving an idea. They're giving us an idea. Maybe the idea is shaykh for the guys who actually been out to me. They have some fratas of sogis with fancy names and fancy nami mechudim. It's not true. Because a tzaddik has a koich. That's what Nachman says. There's the taich and what Moshe Rabbeinu when he gave smicha to Yeshua. He said, right, what does it say? Ish asher ruach boy. That what does it say in Chazal? that he's yochel to go after the ruach of every single individual, right? And if you go, he meets the standards of every single yid. I mean, a tzaddik says over a dibur, but in this dibur, everyone hears what they need to hear for themselves. They're avoid the mamish the soiris. Tzadikim is talking mamish either. They have the biggest, the biggest god, the biggest tzaddik. There could be a Talmud movie in the shrub. He hears mamish. Wow, I'm talking this. And you have the biggest avayin that's standing there. It's like, wow, there's mamish talking to me. That's the koyach of the tzadikim that they give over for every year to practice. I leave names out, but there was one time by a very, very big tzaddik. He's a tzaddik minister, and how do I know he's a tzaddik minister? Because I think so. But he's a very big yid. I can't say his name. Maisa, once I was talking to him about the chizik and about Hashem. He's like, yeah, come to my Shaloshuddis, and in my Shaloshuddis I always, I put very inspiring words. So I did. So I went once or twice. I can't say I was listening so much. And then once the Chavre used to hang around him, asked him once to make a butter Friday night. And I went on a few weeks, and then he did everything, whenever anything becomes too official, he stops it. And by this butter Friday night, he said a Torah, and as he's saying a Torah, all of a sudden, a mamish, it felt like he was whispering in my ears things that I had to be misaken, things that I had to fix, like mamish clear. And I look around and I see the guy next to me, he's like getting edgy, he looks at me, and I see the next guy, and there was a group of 15 people, and each one of the 15 people said, wow, Rebbe went right through my kishkes. His tzaddik went right through my kishkes, yeah? But he didn't talk to anybody privately, he was saying a Torah. It was expired, she said a Torah, but we felt it. In the middle, as he was talking, my mom got embarrassed. I'm like, hey, why embarrassing me? And so the next guy, his mom was the same thing. He was like getting edgy in the seats. He was like, And then his mom, it was a small group that everyone was able to look at. Everyone had the same aspirants, because Tzadikim have the koyach, the tuich, the diburim. They put in such proti stika heroes for every single yid as well. Not just, a general nakuda. Every single yid can take what he needs for his soul. And this is the nakuda of all the big tzaddikim, by the way. As the Valtani said about his Sefer time. That's what the Rebbe said about the Kudim Maran. That's what all the tzaddikim are meeting that they put into the Sefer. Even the Mechsalaz, I just heard that. I never knew the story. Just now when I was in New York for the Bar Mitzvah, and I was by the Chasam and the Rule by the Munkach Rebbe, by Zainikel. So he said over, so a fascinating story. Mamash gave me such a chizik in Amunas tzaddikim. He said over about the Heilige Menchasaluza for Minka Chol Sefer, a Torah called Chaim V'Shalom, Sefer Chaim V'Shalom. It's a Torah. And when I understood from the story, there was a Tkufa where the Ksavim, the Kisvayad, the original writings of the Sefer, was Nelam, got lost. Nobody knew where it was. The Pasha went lost. And the Chazor was mamish bothered. He said, "Oi, you know what the Sefer is? This Sefer, half of it was written for Bnei Adam, and the other half was written for the Eibishter, not even for Malachim and Srafim. Even Malachim and Srafim can't understand. It was written for the Eibishter. You hear a saga giving over. Half of it was written for Bnei Adam, and the other half was written for the Eibishter. It wasn't, not even Malachim and Srafim verstehen nicht versteht that. Not the Eibishter. That means the Sefer of a tzaddik is not just like, oh, I thought of a nice word. Good word, wow, good chiddush. Wow, tzaddikim, when they wrote a Sefer, tzaddikim yemes, they were giving over a Sefer for Klal Yisrael, they were giving over in all the eitzes that the neshama needs to know. I remember once, when I was a young bacher, I asked the Munkach Rebbe, I said, what Sefer I should learn? He gave me over different kufas, different svarim that I should learn. He was training me into the Chassidish svarim. Yeah. Very important. The Chavisa Talmidim, Tanya. And once he told me I should learn B'nai Yissaschar. I think I was 15 at the time. And I said, B'nai Yissaschar, so deep, I don't understand the word in that Sefer. So he said, B'nai Yissaschar, you have to read like Zohar Gadol. Your neshama understands. Eventually you'll understand also. I have Avtocha. One day I'm going to understand everything that says B'nai Yissaschar. He says, eventually the Kappa Tochet versteht. At first you have to read it because the neshama versteht. The neshama versteht. What does that mean, the neshama versteht? I should read something the neshama versteht, I don't understand. The Kuda is because the swarm of tzaddikim, and he said once about his Torah Zugan also, And then all the tzadikim, Shmuel said this many times. Yeah, you think they're just talking. I once went with another Ehrlich Tzadik. I took a very big geet to hear by another tzaddik to hear Torah. There wasn't a big crowd at all, very small crowd. In the middle of this geet that has some koich hariyah, that grabbed my hand, and he's like, "You see who's here?" And I'm like, like 8 people. He says, hundreds of Hashem's are here. And I'm like, no, I don't see them. I don't see them. But this is an imam, so the pachar in him. And I believe it. I'm saying, I don't know. This is Matthias, that Tzadikim. They're not just saying, well, Negayel in Yoneinu. The Nekuda is that possibly, if a Yid would know how much he could squeeze out the Nekuda of his kashrus from a tzaddik, yeah? Being a kashrus tzaddik, if I have a tzaddik, I'm a kush. I'm a kush of him. I like his swarm, I like his eitzes, his Torah. Avada, go see his face is also re-sprayed tzaddik, because Avada very choshev with that. I was making it away at all, and it's a Rebbe that mamish inspires me. You know what you can do with that? This kashrus, squeeze him out. You imagine a guy has millions of dollars in the bank, millions of dollars in the bank. Guy Pashat, he doesn't have. He knows he has a ton in the bank. He thinks his mamish broke. He thinks he's broke. Come check at the bank. Just take your credit card, your debit card, stick it in, and let the cash machine spit out millions. You have millions in there. Yeah, person, Mesish doesn't know how to use it. He doesn't have. I have millions of dollars, but I'm an oni. I don't know how to use it. Person has a skashus to tzaddik. You know, that means you have millions in your account. You could squeeze it out. This is what the Kotzkis, this is how it started, the Kotzkis work. That everything Closeness to know that all this koichs and Torah tefillah come from his Rebbe. That means if I have a real Rebbe, then I should have big Torah, big tefillah. That means that I'm not using them up enough. I'm not being Mekasher richtig. Because if I use this kashrus karoi, I should squeeze out of this tzaddik Rabbi Kush of such art. If it would be shy, just me, am I avoid? I'm a bomb. I'm coming after a day of wasted, who knows what, time and energy, and come and try to daven and el davening b'slahavis. Who am I? But if I'm a kushat at tzaddik, that means my dama, my blood, my essence is kushat at tzaddik, and therefore love b'schusi tell you, but b'schusai tell you. So therefore, when I come down, how can I have this hours the Kedusha come to follow Melech Melchem, Ben Melchem, everything? But you know what? Sometimes you need a name tag, yeah, that says who you are. You know, I'll tell you a funny story. One time, years ago, the one and only time I was ever B'nai Brak for Shabbos. Can you believe it? I've been for 19 years. I was only one time at B'nai Brak for Shabbos. And I went, funny story, my wife needed a little vacation, and I'm very makbid, you don't go stamp to hotels and places that are not roilikach. And at that time, the only place that was half decent, and now today there's more. But then, there was a B'nai Brak, there was a Division hotel. That you have to eat. It was a Division Tashkocha, the rooms were okay. You know, it was decent. Today you have much nicer, much better. But then that was it. So I decided we'll go there for Shabbos, and that's something okay. Fine. So we come there for Shabbos, and I tell my wife, listen, I've never had a Division Tzadish. We're staying in Division, it's Mamish in the Kirya. Maybe I'll go for a half hour to Division Tzadish, to see a Tish. I'll come back in a half hour. Well, so why not? We finish eating in the hotel, a very geschmack meal, but avges. And then I come to the Tish over there, and I came, it was before this man. And there's entrances from every, if you ever went to Division Shabbos, there's entrances, and before they built, and now I think the Tish is in the Smedrish. Then the Tish, when I left it was big tents. When they were building over this whole new Smedrish, everything was like outside. And there was a regular Shabbos, Knesses Rabbonim, Knesses this Knesset, the main Knesses, there's like all different Knesses. No, this is today's Rebbe. This is, you know, who was a baby then? I think my Gavriel was a baby, right? So it's 11 years ago.
Wow.
11 years ago, it was in the already. But it was big, and they were already building. It was mamish. They were busy making a whole, you know, it was every way how you get in was another door. I didn't know. And I walked right into the Knesset Sarabon. I didn't think, if I was looking for code, I would have put on a nice Beckish. I before messed up. I put a Shmata Beckish, and I didn't have Shabbos pants. I looked like a clown probably if they wanted to be binding me from head to toe. I had my Shraim L'chol. I walked right to the Knesset Sarabon. And one of the guys stopped me. He's like, who are you? It was your son of a Rebbe and Heidikel. So this is why I decided to use my yichus a little bit. I said, my shver is a big Rebbe there. My shver is the Liozner Rebbe. So the guy didn't even hear what I said. He said, "Square Rebbe's Einigel! Square Rebbe's Einigel!" I didn't even say nothing funny. No problem. I got mommy's, first of all, from Square Rebbe's Einigel means I'm a nephew or a great nephew from the Rebbe's over there in Vizhlitz. So I got the best seat in the house. You want to know what I said? I said, you had the Zikne Anash, people that were, I asked the guy sitting next to me, he was 84 years old, he was a Daskal. Sitting next to me, like 3-4 other older people, the Zikne Anash, they were still by the, maybe even by the Avish Solich Weislish. And after me was all the Chassan. After me were the Chassan. After me, all the older people, and then this Ginger Yee just plots right here. Yeah?
Where was this?
In Vizhlitz Tzadikim B'nai Brak. They have no idea. Anyways, I came a little early. I told my wife a half hour. The Rebbe first walked in a half hour later. And the second Rebbe walks in. There's no Yitziyah. You can't get out of the place. The place gets jam-packed from all sides. They just appear from everywhere. Thousands of people fill up the whole entire place. And I was locked down. Can't go nowhere. Miskishes, you have to bait for a nice niggler. You can't get out of that place. You're locked in, especially when you have a room. And I remember I was right there, and I was getting all the Shadaim, I was getting everything. May Radler, the spiel was like right across from me. I was like being a big bach, I was loving every moment. And nobody would ask me again. The guy was machting me, his ankle. And what happened was, when I got I was late, it was too bad, I couldn't get out of there. And I have a cousin of mine that's he's a Rebbe Shahinikel, he's a Spink Hanikel, and he was like on like level 15 of the Parenches, and I caught his eyes, and he was like, I'm like, here, and there. I'm like, Anyways, I got a course of me big show bites. I got it 4 hours later. And I tried to tell my wife I was enjoying every moment. I never had such a zach. I have a fish that I got everything. I almost got the fish before the Rebbe got the fish. I got everything. The only way I was able to get up was right after benching. They make a dance. The second everybody got up, I just danced over. But it's more than enough. What did I want to bring out with it? Yeah. Oh man, such a good story. I forgot the point. What was I talking about? In the Kuda, about. There's a reason why I brought the story. About what?
Name tag.
A name tag. A person needs a name tag. Yeah, sometimes you need, like here, in order to get into the stage, the good seat, you have to have that person in the Kuda. What's the idea of a name tag? Yeah. Why, what was the idea of a name tag? What was I trying to say? Recognizing where a person chaps. To get into avoidance. That's very much good. Somebody's listening, we can take a schmack of stories, get off. And the good is, what's the idea of a name tag? Yeah? The name tag is, if I want to get into biggest lahavis, a big avoidance and avoidance Hashem. This time, if I was a Joe Schmo, I don't get that seat in vision. Yeah? All the time, my name tag is Abschashim. Kibi Yochel Davish doesn't work like that. Davish never needs a Ben Melech, but there is a Kuda. If I'm a Kush, I'm coming with a name tag. I am a Kush to this Tzadik. Yeah? You know what that does? The Chitzonim, anybody blocking you from the Avodas is like, for you, but it says over there that you're deciding. It says you're a Kush to this Tzadik. You have Shaykhs to the Baal Shem Tov, to the Nachman, to the Baal Tanya, to the Mukha Treva, to Square, to whichever. Name tag, you get your place, even if you're looking funny. This is the best story I can take because I was looking funny. I was wearing like a Shmata Batch or weekday pants. I think 2 matching, mismatched shoes even come out. You know what I mean? I had to look like Klaus Peter and his ankle. Somebody was drunk, me or the Gabba. But I don't care who was, I got that spot, you know what I mean? But he says, but it was a name tag. The guy decided, he heard drunk, he says, this is the idea of being a Christian Tzadikim. It's a name tag. It gets me that if I want to be in a Slav, I'm coming out to Daven, I'm coming out to be a Shmir Shanayim, Shmir Sekadusha. You know where I'm going? I'm a Kusha of this Tzadik. I'm a Kusha of that Tzadik. That gives you credence. That's what the Kotzker was saying. See, it says that if we have Seichel from Kusha Tzadikim, we use that opportunity, we use that idea, we use that tag, we use that koich in order to bring us into Avodas Hashem Avada to the levels that Mitzidit Baltan Shmitzes Os Barichas. Mitzidim maybe I'm not, but Adorch my Iskashrus, I'm Zoichet a higher light, a greater essence, and like that I'll have koich to overcome the Sionis that I might not be able to overcome by myself. But with this Iskashrus, and on the places of this tabi that I'm close with, it'll boost you. It'll give you koich. And Avada, we're there to get to the end of being a Ben Melech itself, just before it even is Metzias, so boosting me into the Metzias, knowing and squeezing out of this kashrus. Great avoidance.